Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to this April 2026 Life Group meeting. I hope everyone's doing well. And again, as always, I always want to thank our Life Group pastors for all that they're doing, for their hospitality. Let's go ahead and jump into it. Last Sunday was Easter Sunday, and we focused on primarily on Thomas and how the church has kind of done him wrong, how the church has kind of unfairly nicknamed him, and we had a little discussion about that. And one of the things that we talked about is the importance of how we as believers have to make sure that we are speaking life. We know that there's power, the power of life and death in the tongue. And so we have to make sure that when we are speaking anything, whether it's something over ourselves, over those that are around us, we have to make sure that we are coming at it from the right mindset, from the right, let's call it the right heart set, making sure that our hearts are where they need to be. You know, I was struck with a thought this past week, and I wanted to kind of ask you this question. As a believer, do you find yourself speaking life, or do you find yourself limiting identity? Are you speaking life, or are you limiting identity? You know, we use our churchy language. We use scripture. We talk about speaking life, speaking death. But have you considered that sometimes when you are speaking those negative things over people, that you are quite literally limiting them? You are placing limitations on them. You are almost, in a sense, placing unfair expectations on them. I want us to talk about that today, and I want us to really dig deep, and it might even cause you to get a little personal with yourself, because it's possible that maybe someone has attempted to limit your identity. You know, I'm reminded of the old song that we grew up in church singing in Sunday school and in vacation Bible school. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. And then hiding under a bushel, no, I'm gonna let it shine. You know, it really is it's a choice for us if we're going to allow our light to shine. And our light will shine, and people will see God according to the things that are coming out of our mouth. And we know that from the abundance of the heart, the mouth is going to speak. So we want to make sure that our hearts and minds and spirits are in the right place, and that we're not limiting anyone by the words that we are using against them. You know, it's something as simple as, rather than, you know, I've heard someone say it before, they make a mistake, and I've said it myself. I say, oh, Brian, that was stupid. You know, I'd be talking to myself and I say, Brian, that was stupid. There's another way that I could say that and still be speaking life over myself. Brian, you made a mistake, but you're still learning. How could you speak in such a way that you are stating what is true, what is obvious, but you can still speak life to a situation without dampening your own spirit, without dampening someone else's light, without trying to portray them in a negative way, or cause them to be called something, or begin to take ownership of a name that maybe God has not called them to take ownership of. I want us to get down to the nitty-gritty today. I want you to think about your own personal experiences, how maybe things that have been said toward you have affected you, how maybe the things that you have said towards others may have affected them. And maybe even by the end of our time together, we can say a little prayer that if there is something that maybe we need to go back and ask for forgiveness for, that we can actually go and do that. Again, thank you for meeting with me. I hope you enjoy our time together, and I am praying that the Lord will just do great and mighty things in your life group setting today. I love you. God bless you. See you next time.